What's good, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. It's another back with another one. And today's video is about being authentic. Yeah, it's about being authentic. And for those of you who are not familiar with the word authentic, authenticity just has to do with being yourself. I find that when you choose to be authentic, the universe, or just everything, just life in general, tends to put you in a place where those things that do align with you will align with you. But they can only align with you if, obviously, you're you. And you cannot present yourself as you if you're not being yourself, which obviously means being authentic. I went to London last semester. Let me start with Florida now. When I started going to school in Florida for university, obviously it was like the first 3 weeks. Well, let's say first few weeks in school. It's a new country, so I'm obviously a bit different there. So it's a thing where I'm trying to get used to whether it's the culture of not bowing. Because we had that thing in Nigeria where it's like you meet whoever it is and they're like, good afternoon, or good afternoon, it's like good afternoon. But then you come to the States or wherever it is and it's now more of a hi, how are you doing? But then because you're so used to that one time that you tried to say hi to your dad or your uncle and he's like, are you alright? And then he disciplines you or whatever he does to you. And now you're more in a space where you're more you become more reserved and everything. But then you get to the US and it's now, or wherever you go, you leave where you are. And because you're through that stage of growth where your parents are doing everything for you, they're choosing, I'm buying this clothes for you, I'm asking whether you like it or not. Especially when you come from a culture that they just about choose whatever it is that they want for you. So it's like putting a hand on the child and telling the child, yeah, I'm going to raise this child how I want to, in a sense where if I feed the child whatever I have to give him, he won't be able to feed himself. Well, at least he would follow in whatever footsteps I give him. But then a good chunk of the time, it ends up being something where the child never develops a mind of their own. Because in secondary school, you have that case where there's so many rules in place that you never even know if you would break that rule. You catch my drift? It's a thing where I think I'm gonna start recording for the whole day. Oh, this isn't coming out of me. Yeah. So it's a thing where what was I talking about? I keep getting sidetracked. I just got sidetracked. Yeah. Where you're so used to sucking up to everybody because you were so young, that now when you're growing into that stage where you're getting older and you're actually allowed to, he's crazy how I use that word allowed. You're allowed to now have your own thoughts and have your own identity, where now you're in a stage where you don't know what you want. Because I remember when I first got to Florida and we went to the clothing store to go pick up some clothes, and my grandmother was like, that you can pick out something, just what do you want? And I was like, I don't even know what I want. And it wasn't even a thing where there was so much to choose from. Well, there was a lot to choose from, but it wasn't a thing where there was it wasn't analysis paralysis where there was too much to choose from and so I couldn't choose. It was a thing where I didn't know what I liked to even choose. Because I was always that one child where it was like, and I probably still am that same child where, let's say they brought something for the family, we got 4 balls, a black ball, a blue ball, a red ball, a purple ball for everybody, and they were like, okay, which ball does who want? And I normally, obviously in that case you'd have a preferred color, but sometimes I didn't even feel like having it because when you're a male child, obviously you get into that scenario where your dad, it was mainly your dad, but then, or whether it's your dad or some other parental figure or whatever it is, or maybe just the world around you shapes you in a way where you feel the need that, okay, let me be gentlemanly and allow them to choose. And I didn't. Well, yeah, I would do that, but at the same time, I was one of those people where it was almost like I just like looking for trouble, innit? I'll be like, yo, once I see that the first person is looking towards what they want to choose, I'll just choose that first and take that. Obviously, that's a dickhead move. Like, to be honest, that was just me being a dickhead. And I'm not gonna say I did that recently, so I do apologize to who I done that to. I don't know why I've done it as well. It's one of those things where maybe I thought it was funny, maybe that was it. But then I had done it recently as well. I done it to, I'm not gonna bring up the kids because that's been mad. Like, the whole scenario was mad. It was like my parents would come out with 20-25 binders for each person because they want to select journal every day. And then they brought the colors and they're like, which color do you want? And I looked at all the colors and I did not know what I wanted. So I didn't say anything originally. And I was there in Nigeria with all my siblings, so, and my grandmother, and she was like, she wanted the green one. And I actually said the word she wanted the green, I had collected the green one. Yeah, I know that, like, you know what I'm saying? My mom, she's already older. She's like, I want the green one. Actually saying it, I'm taking the green one. Like, because I'm the closest to the books, but everyone else is farther away. So it's almost like, which one do you want? And it's all spread out in front of you. But another voice from somewhere else is like, I want the green one while you're still choosing. And obviously in that one when you're choosing, maybe if given more time, I would have chosen a book. Maybe. It can't be assured though. Obviously, just hearing somebody else want to choose, it's like, you want that, yeah? No, because I'm already there. I might as well take it. Did I do that in a way to piss the person off? Maybe. Did I feel bad about it? No. I don't think I felt bad because immediately after I picked it up, they were like, no, she said like you have to give it to her. So I was like, I gave it to her, and there was another of the same color there. And my brother was like, oh, I'll just take whatever's left. And then it like occurred to me because during my childhood, my brother always went through that thing where it was like, okay, he'll always take what's left. He's my older brother, so he probably was hammered. It was hammered into him like, yo, allow the youngest to choose before you, allow the women to choose before you. So he'd always end up getting whatever is last, and so he got used to getting the short end of the stick, essentially, since that's normally what's left. And yeah, obviously that's not nice. It might be funny to like a good chunk of people. Like when it happened, I was laughing. Other people laughing it off. I was like, yeah. But always like in the moment, you think that my grandmother like, appreciated it, no, she didn't. So it's one of those things where, yeah. But then scratch that, you know what I'm saying? Back to the top of your hand. The clothing, yeah. So we go at the clothing store. My grandmother like brought a few. She's like, "What do you want?" And I'm out here like, "I don't know what I want." I asked my sister to choose for me because she was more. She's the youngest. Like, you know how youngest goes. Like at some point, the youngest damn near. They become themselves before anything can really happen to them. Like they're given so much freedom that they are able to really become, or at least they're able to embrace their own identity quicker than everybody else. All the older siblings, and I'm not even an older sibling. I'm the third of four, so. But then it's the same case, obviously, because I'm a guy. It was more ingrained in me to be just an instruction follower, but at the same time also to be a leader. So it's a whole confusing thing. But then it's stuff like that'll be like I create those scenarios. Yeah, when I first got to Florida, as I was saying, my first few friends, it was like, what? I'm going around, obviously it's a new place, it's a new everything. So I'm looking for what I want to, I don't know what it was, but that particular day I saw some guys, I probably cracked a few jokes here and there. They were like, oh no, you're calm, and then boom, friend group just like that. Same thing for London. That was even earlier. London was that first day. One of the Nigerian guys saw him, boom, calm. And I would say like, a good chunk, I had like fun all the time. When I was in Florida, I had fun with my mates. In London, I had fun with the guys I met. In Spain, I'm having fun right now, and I'm gonna have more fun because I've chosen to be myself. Some of you guys would go into see a bunch of other people, you'd be like, oh, start putting on some persona. It's like, normally you put on that persona. Like, there's nothing wrong with like doing a bit more than you would. Like normally let's say you're an introvert and you want to meet many people. There's nothing wrong with putting on a bit more, acting a bit different, if that's the identity that you want to associate with. But when it's now a thing where, let's say, like in secondary school, not everyone liked anime, but it was like, well, people would be like, oh bro, like, I love anime. We would chat about it, and some people were like, no, that's some corny like baby ass stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it never bothered anyone. But because we were so authentic in liking anime, and it was like, okay, I like this, and because I like it, I'm gonna talk about it with people who like to talk about it. Then you become close to people who like what you like. You know what I mean? So I would say be yourself, be proud to be yourself, be authentic. Like whatever you embody in general, like stand for something, like stand for what you are. Because if you don't stand for what you are, then what are you? Yeah. So I'm gonna leave you guys with those powerful words, you know what I'm saying? If I said something that struck you, like buttons, there's somewhere there, you know what I'm saying? Just tap it. Yeah. If you disagree with something I said as well, like drop a comment, like let's talk about it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep yapping on here for a bit, so you might as well just sub to the channel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might do, I don't know. I haven't fully decided because I don't want to now give you guys empty promises. So let me phrase it this way. It is possible that at some point there could be like some other outside the room. Obviously when I leave London, when I leave Spain, I'll meet outside the room, or in like outside the house, maybe on a beach or somewhere. Maybe I'll do a vlog. Maybe I won't. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. See you, man. Take care.